With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating. That means you're a rat.
Do you have any questions for me?
No.
You need anything to go with you?
My phone.
Your phone? Where's your phone at?
In the car.
We're in the car.
Just search you.
I'm not looking for phones. I'm looking for drugs and guns.
I gotta say something about this, bro. Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be.
I am one of you niggas who have been to the penitentiary before, man. What happened when a motherfucker say somebody ain't right and they goddamn show their paperwork and they is right? What's the penalty for that? Can somebody tell me what is that punishable by? Somebody tell me that.
But I'm gonna tell you like this, when I saw that, I think T.I. fucking lying.
King Harris just can't dodge the spotlight, and this time, the noise around him is shaking the whole internet. Forget the Waffle House fights, the reckless driving clips, or those skipped court dates. This storm makes all of that look small. His baby mama allegedly dropped a tape that people instantly labeled as a gay tape.
Tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold, you ain't seen me break down.
And before anyone could even figure out if it was legit or just some slick edit, social media exploded like wildfire. For years, whispers about King's sexuality have been floating in the background like smoke waiting to catch flame. Some voices online said he looked a little fruity, while others pushed the claim that his baby was just a cover-up. Now with this so-called leak, trolls had fresh ammo to spin the same old story, only louder.
I need that at the way.
At this point, the truth didn't even matter anymore. Once the internet smells blood, it clings on like a shark in the water. And if that wasn't messy enough, Boosie poured gasoline on it. Instead of clowning King directly, he fired shots at T.I., turning the spotlight into a blazing inferno.
With the T.I. situation, if he did that, you're a fucking rat too. I don't spare no motherfucking body. Because if you doing anything wrong, you doing anything criminal-wise, and you cooperate with law enforcement to get you out of trouble, that means you're cooperating. That means you're a rat.
That one move flipped the entire conversation. This wasn't just gossip about King's private life anymore. It became a headline family feud. Suddenly, the internet wasn't only talking about King's tape, they were digging into old paternity rumors, clowning his gangster cosplay, replaying his wild public meltdowns, and even dragging up Boosie's long-running beef with Tip. The glare wasn't just on King, it exposed everything around him. Long before this tape chaos, fans were already side-eyeing his whole situation with his baby mama. From the second she announced her pregnancy, people weren't buying it straight up. They flagged her age, older than King, and when comments flooded in like, "Girl, you knew exactly what you were doing." Clips of King holding the baby circled all over TikTok and IG, but instead of shutting down the rumors, the criticism only grew louder.
Yeah. King in here. Yes, yo, that's my baby. That's my baby. Get it?
Then came the money talk. Online voices swore she only had the baby to lock down the Harris bag, chasing the fame, the legacy, and the money tied to that last name. When the baby finally arrived, rumors didn't fade, they doubled. Folks started claiming the child didn't even look like King. King clapped back hard, calling the baby his twin, and posting side-by-side pics, saying, "Y'all can't tell me this ain't mine."
I live with my grandma. You know, we'll go to the house on like a weekend. They'll say, "Hey, we shooting today. We need y'all at the house." They'll come get me from my grandma's house. And right after we done, when the cameras go off, I'm right back to my grandma's house. Yep.
But the harder he tried, the more the internet refused to ride with him. And here's the wild twist. This was never just about paternity. Fans had already been whispering for years that King was hiding something about his sexuality. So when his baby mama popped up pregnant, the internet twisted it into, he's just trying to prove something. Fast forward to this alleged tape, and the same crowd pulled up old receipts, screaming, "See, this was the plan all along?" Instead of killing the rumors, the so-called leak lit the fire even higher, giving trolls more fuel to keep dragging his name through every corner of the internet. But let's keep it real. This ain't the first time King's been accused of putting on a front.
So what I'm saying is, they wasn't
Talk like that outside.
Hey, I can talk how the fuck I want to wherever I'm at. I'm on live, Shawty. Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. This ain't your fucking restaurant. This ain't your fucking restaurant. Everything you make, I can pull out my pocket right now. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. Get the hell out of my face. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you. Who the hell is he? What's your name?
What's your name?
My name King. You know it, and your mama know it. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Tell your mama Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. File your shit.
Come back.
What? On game what? On game what? Come here. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. I'll show you what I do. Come here. Come here. Come on.
For years, critics have said he's been cosplaying a gangster lifestyle he never lived. He talks tough, jumps into random beefs, and acts like he's cut straight from the trenches, but then people remember he's T.I. and Tiny's son. He grew up with money, luxury, and access, spending most of his childhood safe at his grandma's house. Nothing wrong with that, but it doesn't exactly scream survival from the mud or nights dodging danger in the streets. Every time King hops online yelling about being hood, the comments flood in with the same energy.
Well, I mean, of course I spoke to my son. You know, me and his uncles. You know, we were perplexed by his necessity to go back and forth with the short order cook. I didn't understand why he felt he needed to stop what he was doing to engage someone who was at such another level of life. Now, I had to explain to him that, you know, when people are not living the way they hope they would live, and here you is walking in with so much freedom and luxury, and you know, people gonna posture themselves a certain way. So therefore, you're gonna have to enjoy your life. You're gonna have to remove yourself from that energy and go enjoy your life.
Be serious. They don't buy it. They say he's forcing an image that just doesn't match his background, making his whole persona look shaky. It's like King is juggling two heavy battles at once, trying to prove he's a man and a father while also convincing the world he's some hardened street figure. But instead of building his credibility, the act keeps backfiring, making his public spiral look worse and worse. That spiral reached a breaking point when those infamous Waffle House videos dropped. Cameras caught King arguing aggressively with employees over food like he was ready to snap. The internet couldn't believe it. T.I. and Tiny's son wilding out in a fast food spot like some street brawler. The next day, even T.I. went live, sounding more disappointed than angry.
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any of my questions or make any statements. So my question to you is, I found just a non-felony in that ashtray in the back, as well as in that basketball sleeve. So I'm gonna go over here and talk to these guys, and someone has to get charged with it.
I don't know.
It's not Feud?
I'm not talking.
You're not gonna talk to me? I gotcha. Do you have any questions for me?
I don't.
You need anything to go with you?
My phone.
Your phone? Where's your phone at?
In the car.
We're in the car.
You search you.
I'm not looking for phones. I'm looking for drugs and guns.
Ask me what my phone is.
What kind of phone is it?
What color is your phone?
It's a clear case on it.
He said he couldn't understand why his son was stooping so low, admitting that he and King's uncles tried to sit him down, reminding him that he already lives a life people only dream about. But the advice just didn't stick. King kept pushing back like he had something to prove. And then things really escalated. By 2024, King's reckless streak put him face to face with the law again. Cops pulled him over in Georgia after he nearly clipped a squad car. They said they smelled weed leaking from his BMW, spotted a gun strapped to his hip, and then uncovered an old outstanding warrant from 2022. That case linked him to speeding, driving with a suspended license, and even a DUI, charges he skipped court for, leaving the warrant hanging like a storm cloud.
I gotta say something about you, bro. Dwayne Wade, you gone too fucking far, dog. That is a male. A 12-year-old. At 12, they don't even know what their next meal gonna be. They don't have it figured out yet. He might meet a woman, anything at 16 and fall in love with her. But it's be gone. How you gonna, like, bro, you going too far, dog. Don't cut his off, bro. Like, bro, for real. If he gonna be gay, let him be gay. But don't cut his off, bro.
The arrest video went viral, showing King cuffed and hauled off to county jail. He looked calm, almost unbothered, but fans weren't fooled. To them, it was confirmation. His life was spinning out of control right in front of everyone's eyes. Stack all of that on top of the tape rumors, and the internet went wild with theories. Suddenly, people were saying everything. The baby drama, the gangster image, the reckless public blow-ups were just smokescreens for something deeper. And that's when Boosie stepped right in and stirred the pot even harder. Instead of clowning King directly, he threw shade at T.I., making slick comments about his parenting.
I ain't one of you niggas who have been to the penitentiary before, man. What happened when a motherfucker say somebody ain't right and they goddamn show their paperwork and they is right? What's the penalty for that? Can somebody tell me what is that punishable by? Somebody tell me that. See, most of you motherfuckers ain't never been in no trouble. Motherfuckers ain't never been nowhere. Anybody tell me. It been 20 years, bro. It been 20 years. I figure if I wasn't built like that, it'll show by now. It been 20 years, bro. I done faced every challenge motherfucker that like to throw at me, man. You ain't seen me fold, you ain't seen me break down yet. Matter of fact, I come out smelling too good, the way you nigga think something wrong.
Fans caught it immediately. This wasn't just about King anymore. It was a straight up shot at Tip himself. Boosie's move wasn't just messy gossip. It was calculated, like a chess play with history behind it. He's got a long record of controversial takes on sexuality, even once apologizing to his own daughter after spitting homophobic remarks that blew back on him. That's why the backlash came quick. People dragged him as a hypocrite. They were like, how you gonna clown somebody else's kid when your own family ain't spotless? The hypocrisy had folks clowning Boosie almost as much as they were dragging King. And let's be real, Boosie ain't exactly living smooth right now either. He just cut a plea deal on gun charges, dodging a case that could have cost him serious years behind bars. So why waste time trolling King Harris? Because deep down, this was never about King. It was about T.I., a feud simmering for years, just waiting to boil over. Their beef really lit up when Boosie made harsh comments about Dwayne Wade's daughter. T.I. stepped up back then, telling him to mind his business. That sparked tension, and before long, Boosie fired back, accusing Tip of being a snitch. From that point on, the shots were personal. They clashed over parenting styles, family credibility, and even Tip's infamous gynecologist comments about his daughter, the kind of drama that kept headlines buzzing. At one point, it looked like they might have patched things up, but by 2023, the beef came roaring back. Boosie claimed T.I. didn't stand tall for him during his legal mess, and Tip clapped back that he wasn't babysitting anybody who kept disrespecting him. That grudge never died, and King's scandal gave Boosie the perfect excuse to twist the knife deeper. And once Boosie spoke, the floodgates blew wide open. Trolls went in on King with brutal comments, mocking his looks and even comparing him to Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons. Memes spread across every corner of social media, and the line "King about to be queen" started trending again, reigniting old debates about his identity. What started as whispers about a leaked video turned into a circus, with Boosie's words acting like gasoline on an already raging fire. The internet never let up on King, not for a second. Having a baby, acting tough online, wilding out in public, every single move got twisted into proof for a narrative he just couldn't escape. And with Boosie stirring the pot, it wasn't only King's reputation on the chopping block, it became a reflection of T.I.'s parenting, his legacy, and the entire Harris family image. Think about it, T.I. built his empire on family hustle, loyalty, and respect. He made his household look like the model of balance, blending rap with reality TV, showing the world family first. But now his own son had turned into a public punchline, and his rival had fresh ammo to fire off. For Boosie, this was never about King. It was about humiliating Tip, cutting him deep by using his son as a pawn. And the internet ate it up like a buffet, dragging out old clips, reviving past beef, and turning King into a weapon in rap politics. Meanwhile, King looked stuck right in the middle of a storm he couldn't control. On one side, trolls recycling endless speculation about his baby and his sexuality. On the other, his name being dragged into a feud between grown men who had their own grudges to settle. Every slip-up, every misstep, every rant on live instantly transformed into a headline. And each headline didn't just bruise King's image, it embarrassed Tip, piling more fuel onto the feud. That's why this whole scandal cut so much deeper than just gossip. It hit the family brand at its core. At this point, whether the tape is real, fake, or some slick hoax doesn't even matter anymore. The damage has already been carved in stone. Paternity whispers, sexuality speculation, gangster cosplay accusations, all of it has merged into one giant storyline that the internet refuses to let die. King Harris has turned into the poster child for messy celebrity drama where your private life gets ripped apart and weaponized against the people closest to you. Unless he finds a way to flip the script, every move he makes is only going to feed the cycle again. And the internet is ruthless. It doesn't forget and it doesn't forgive. When you're the child of hip-hop royalty, the standards aren't just high, they're brutal. King wanted to be seen as grown, tough, and independent. Instead, he's trapped in endless scrutiny. While Boosie keeps dragging his name deeper into his long-running war with Tip, right now, King's identity, T.I.'s legacy, and Boosie's grudge have all collided into one chaotic storm. And it shows no signs of slowing down. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about a tape or some random rumor. It's about power, pride, and image. The internet loves scandal, and with King Harris, they've got more than enough to feast on. His baby mama drama, his wild fights, his arrests, the endless family controversies, it's turned into one giant spectacle with the whole world watching. The question is, can King handle the pressure, or will he crash under the weight of it all? Every headline, every live rant, every messy moment is magnified because of who his parents are. He's not just battling for his own reputation, he's carrying the Harris family name on his back, and that makes every misstep bigger, every rumor louder, every piece of gossip more damaging. The internet has made him the centerpiece of a circus. And with Boosie constantly stoking the flames, the drama refuses to die down. But here's the real kicker. King still has a chance to flip the narrative. If he can take control, switch lanes, and prove he's more than the rumors, he could shock everybody watching. If not, the cycle keeps spinning and the internet will keep using his name as clickbait forever. Either way, one thing's for sure. This story ain't close to finished, and with Tip and Boosie's history still boiling underneath, the fireworks are just getting started. So if you've been locked in with this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and drop a comment with your take. And I'll catch you on the next one.